You are listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Monday, January 25th, 2021. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Melo, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. Broadcasting legend Larry King died Saturday at a hospital in Los Angeles. His production company announced he was 87. A statement from Aura Media didn't give a cause of death, but he had been receiving treatment for COVID-19. The production company said, with profound sadness, Aura Media announces the death of our co-founder, host, and friend Larry King, who passed away this morning at the age of 87 at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles. The famed interviewer, who had type 2 diabetes, had been hospitalized since late December, his family said earlier this month. His career in radio, TV, newspapers, and digital media lasted more than 6 decades and earned him an induction into the National Radio Hall of Fame, an Emmy Award, 2 Peabody Awards, and 10 Cable Ace Awards. The native New Yorker most notably hosted Larry King Live from 1985 to 2010 on CNN, and then Larry King Now from 2012 to 2020 on Hulu and RT America. He never formally retired. King also wrote a newspaper column for USA Today and authored the books My Remarkable Journey and My Dad and Me. He was a prolific tweeter and appeared as himself in numerous films and TV shows, including Ghostbusters, Dave, Primary Colors, Enemy of the State, America's Sweethearts, Shrek 2, Shrek the Third, Murphy Brown, Spin City, The Practice, Everybody Loves Raymond, Ugly Betty, The Closer, Big Love Law, Law and Order, Criminal Intent, The Simpsons, and 30 Rock. Tim Rosenthal, the executive director of the American Press Institute, said about King's interview style, he coaxed rather than challenged, and the results was not always groundbreaking, was always interesting and smart. His dirty little secret was he was a much more intelligent guy than he let on and a much better listener than most people on television. But he really believed that his guest was a star, and his job was to help reveal that. King is survived by his children Larry Jr., Chance, and Cannon. 2 of his children, Andy and Chad, died in 2020. King filed for divorce from Sean, his 7th spouse, in August 2019 after 22 years of marriage. King suffered several heart attacks and underwent quadruple bypass surgery in 1987. He said in 2017 he was diagnosed with lung cancer and successfully underwent surgery to treat it. He also had a near-fatal stroke in March 2019. Funeral arrangements and a memorial service are being planned by the family. Piers Mogan, Craig Ferguson, Ryan Seacrest, and Yvette Nicole Brown took to social media to pay tribute to Larry King. Morgan tweeted, Larry King was a hero of mine until we fell out after our replacement at CNN, and he said my show was like watching your mother-in-law go over a cliff in your new Bentley. He married 8 times, so a mother-in-law expert. But he was a brilliant interviewer and master TV interviewer. He added, Larry hated me replacing him at CNN and never made any secret of it, which I found very sad because he was one of my heroes. But I still think he was a superb broadcaster and one of the all-time TV greats. Ferguson posted, just heard the awful news about Larry King. He taught me so much. He was a 2-mensch. He probably even taught me that word. So long, pal. Thanks for all the laughs. Say hi to Rickles. Ryan Seacrest said, I lost a dear friend and mentor, truly an American treasure. Rest in peace, Larry King. Brown says, at King's Things was a legend. I grew up watching him and so happy I achieved enough in my life to have been interviewed by this great, which shows his kindness towards even those just starting out. He made you feel worthy. We lost a curious, kind man. Paramount Pictures again has delayed the release of its thriller A Quiet Place Part 2 because of the coronavirus pandemic. It is now set to open in theaters September 17th. It was previously scheduled to premiere September 4th, 2020, but was moved to April 23rd, 2021, as many movie theaters remain closed and wary people stay away from the ones that were open. Numerous films such as Soul and Mulan have skipped theatrical releases altogether due to the pandemic. Others, such as the James Bond caper No Time to Die, has been rescheduled several times in the hopes of having a traditional big screen debut. A Quiet Place Part 2 was written and directed by John Krasinski, who also starred in the 2018 original, which follows a family hunted by monsters sensitive to sound. The sequel again stars Krasinski's real-life wife, Emily Blunt. Peaky Blinders lead Cillian Murphy also joined the cast for the follow-up. Krasinski is slated to host Saturday Night Live on January 30th. Netflix and the BBC announced this week that the upcoming sixth season of Peaky Blinders would be the last. Actor and director Sir Kenneth Branagh has signed on to play British Prime Minister Boris Johnson in a new drama series, The Skeptic Isle, for Sky TV. Michael Winterbottom is to write and direct the 5-part project, which is to premiere in the fall. Winterbottom said in a statement, "The first wave of the COVID-19 pandemic will be remembered forever. A time when the country came together to battle an invisible enemy. A time when people were more aware than ever of the importance of community. Our series weaves together countless true stories from Boris Johnson in number 10 to frontline workers around the country, chronicling the efforts of scientists, doctors, care home workers, and policymakers to protect us from the virus." Winterbottom's credits include The Trip, Welcome to Sarajevo, A Mighty Heart, 24 Party People, and The Road to Guantanamo. Branagh was most recently seen in Tenet, Murder on the Orient Express, and Dunkirk. Warner Bros. Pictures released the first full-length trailer for its monster movie, Godzilla vs. Kong, on Sunday. The 2.5-minute preview shows the iconic dinosaur-like creature, an enormous gorilla clashing in the ocean and in cities. Starring Alexander Skarsgård, Millie Bobby Brown, Rebecca Hall, and Kyle Chandler, the film is set to appear on HBO Max and in theaters March 26. It is a sequel to 2014's Godzilla and 2017's Kong Skull Island. The synopsis reads, legends collide in Godzilla vs. Kong as these mythic adversaries meet in spectacular battles for the ages, with the fate of the world hanging in balance. Kong and his protectors undertake a perilous journey to find his true home, and with them is Jaya, a young orphan girl with whom he has formed a unique and powerful bond. But they unexpectedly find themselves in the path of an enraged Godzilla, cutting a swath of destruction across the globe. So, Warner Bros. Announced in December that it plans to release its entire 2021 movie slate on HBO Max and in theaters simultaneously to appeal to a wider audience amid the coronavirus pandemic. Country music star Morgan Wallen's Dangerous, the double album, is the #1 album in the United States. Coming in number 2 on the Billboard 200 charts dated Saturday is Taylor Swift's Evermore, followed by Pop Smoke's Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon at number 3, Jasmine Sullivan's Heek's Tale at number 4, and Little Durk's The Voice at number 5. Right at the top tier are The Weeknd's After Hours at number 6, Ariana Grande's Positions at number 7, Luke Combs' What You See Is What You Get at number 8, Juice WRLD's Legends Never Die at number 9, and Megan Thee Stallion, Good News at number 10. And finally, Liam Neeson's action thriller The Marksman is the #1 movie in North America for a second weekend, earning an additional $2 million in receipts, BoxOfficeMojo.com announced on Sunday. Coming in at number 2 is The Croods, A New Age, with $1.8 million, followed by Wonder Woman 1984 at number 3 with $1.6 million, News of the World at number 4 with $810,000, and Monster Hunter at number 5 with $810,000. Rounding at the top tier are Fatale at number 6 with $415,000, Promising Young Woman at number 7 with $400,000, Our Friend at number 8 with $250,000, The War with Grandpa at $9,000 with $164,000, and Pinocchio at number 10 with $123,000. Few new movies have been opening in theaters this past year due to the coronavirus pandemic. Many film releases have been postponed until next year or have bypassed theaters altogether in favor of premieres on streaming services or pay-per-view platforms. And that is your entertainment report for Monday, January 25th, 2021. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.